According to a new poll by Ipsos commissioned by Reuters, Bernie Sanders is the candidate most trusted on the issues by Democratic voters. Now, we're not just talking about a couple issues. This new poll shows that Bernie Sanders is the most trusted candidate on every single issue they asked about. Every one of them across the board, voters said we trust Bernie Sanders the most to handle these issues. Immigration, healthcare, obviously, the environment, the economy, jobs, across the board. Majority of people in these polls said Bernie Sanders is the one. He's the guy. He's got my trust. Now that's the good news of this poll. This poll also offered some pretty bad news, unfortunately, because it said that in spite of the fact that most people trust Bernie Sanders on every single issue, they also think Biden has the best chance of beating Donald Trump. He's the most electable, they found in this poll. And I'm going to say something that I have said a dozen times, and unfortunately I'm going to have to say it a dozen times more. But can we knock it off with this electability argument? Do you know who the most electable person is? The person you want to vote for. That's it. Look at it that way. Don't think of this as, well, we got to pick somebody who's going to beat Trump, because I got to tell you, Biden ain't it. Joe Biden will not beat Donald Trump. You can mark it down on your calendars right now, this time, this day that I said it. It will never happen. Joe Biden won't beat Donald Trump. Bernie would. I think Elizabeth Warren would as well. So this electability argument, people out there still confused about, well, I don't like Biden, but I think he'll beat Trump. If you don't like him, why do you think he's good enough to beat the other guy you don't like? Not to mention the fact that's not what elections are about, folks. Elections are about the issues. Bernie's running on the issues that people want to see passed. Medicare for all, debt-free college, Green New Deal, getting money out of politics, all of these things and so many more. He just released an amazing immigration plan today. And yet people say, dang, I love those policies. I trust this guy so much. Let me go vote for Biden because I think he'll beat Donald Trump. No. Just no. Stop. Don't think that way. Because if you think his policies are awesome, and believe it or not, a lot of Republicans, most of them think his policies are awesome, vote for him. That's what primaries are for. If he doesn't win, and Biden somehow does, then you get your chance to vote for the guy that you thought was more electable. And maybe you can prove me wrong, and you can dance, and you can comment on it saying, Farron, you're an idiot. I don't care. I'll take it. But we're in a primary. Primaries are about fighting, and unfortunately, they're about fighting with other Democrats over who has the best path forward for the United States. The voters are clear in this new poll. Bernie Sanders has the best path forward. But unfortunately, too many of them say, man, I love that path. That's what this country needs. This guy is trustworthy. But I'm going to vote for the handsy guy with the bright smile because for some weird reason, I think he can beat Donald Trump. That is insane. If you like somebody's policies, whether it's Bernie or not, vote for that person. That's why primaries exist. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.